So I'm not going to lose the strength aspect. Try not to lose the strength aspect of it, but like that's the goal now. It's not a status quo. Like not at all.
You're not
like,
stuck.
No, like for example, like we're started training now for October. We're going to hike the Grand Canyon rim to rim to rim.
Nice.
So it's 42 miles, something like that. We're going to do it over 2 days. So hike half, camp, and then hike back. But like 42, that's a long freaking way.
Yeah.
500 years ago, that wasn't.
Yeah, the average per day walking, even 300 years ago was about 10K. Right now, people have to train for weeks to run a 10K, like in a very short amount of time.
Oh, yeah. But
we were doing that every day in a nomadic lifestyle. And I tell people this all the time. Evolutionary wise, we want to sit on the couch. We're trying to
that's the goal.
Retain calories and retain energy and not move because that's safe. Same thing happens when you're injured though. The goal of an injury is to get you to sit on your butt. I always use the analogy of if I was a caveman or woman, I would go hide in a cave while I was injured, so I A, didn't get eaten. B, I healed, but you would eventually get so hungry you'd have to go walk out of your cave and chase something. That's rehab.
Right.
But most of us end up getting a little hurt, a little overweight. We sit in our cave, aka the couch, and we don't change anything because there's no evolutionary trigger to make us want to do that. That's where you're literally now, we're fighting our own human nature.
Yeah,
and I think when you realize that, it kind of makes you realize that working out always doesn't feel great. Right? People are like, oh, Instagram, like I'm exercising, I'm sweating. Dude, it's not always fun. If I go run after this, it's 105 degrees. That is not really fun.
No.
But I'm with you. I'm going to run every day. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to do something every day that puts me out of my comfort zone. So when I'm forced to be out of my comfort zone, I can handle it or I can compete, whatever it is, whatever my goal is.
For sure.
So let me ask you this. These are always two questions I ask.
Okay.
So this could be...
I have no idea what you're fixing to ask.
Hey, you're good, man.
Okay.
That's what the fun part of this is. So it could be professional, it could be personal. What is something that you long held to be true, but you had to change your mind on in the past year, past couple years based on experience, evidence, whatever it be?
Number one is my relationship with my wife has drastically changed in probably the past 2 years. In a way of understanding how to love her in a way that she gives and receives love in a different way than I do. And the way she receives love is not the way that I like to give. And so I have in turn have to get out of my comfort zone in order to make this relationship the best it's going to be. Great. The practical example of that is I'm a physical touch acts of service. If you noticed, when I walked in the door and greeted you, I'm a hugger. I'm a toucher. She is a little bit, but that's not like her deal. Okay? I'm also an acts of service guy. Like it makes me feel wonderful inside. If the dishes are done, the clothes are clean and folded and up, and the house is like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's not her. She's gifts. That sounds really selfish. But she loves nothing better than buying stuff and giving it to somebody. Her nieces and nephews, her friends, her kids. Like she loves buying crap for her kids. So that's the first thing. I've understood that I'm not going to change her. And the more I try, it's like pushing a rope. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
So I've had to get out of my comfort zone in order to help my best friend. This sounds really awful. Help my best friend fall in love with me more and more every day.